Hey guys, welcome back to our place. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, well, for us anyways. We are doing an absolutely massive grocery haul, stock up. Here's the plan. We are heading into the outback for the next couple of weeks. We're going to leave Port Pirie, which is where we are at the moment. We're heading up through the Flinders. We're going to do the Oodnadatta. We're not going to see a supermarket again for a little while. Yes, there are a couple of IGAs that we can stop in to get some fresh stuff, but basically the plan is we are buying like a month's worth of groceries over the next couple of days. We are going to break it up because it's a lot that is going to come into this caravan. I've got to prep it, put it away, find homes for things, and it's going to be massive. So let me start off by showing you how little food we have already because we've almost eaten everything out. And then I'm going to show you everything that we pick up over the next 2 days. We're going to go to Aldi. We're going to pick up the specials from Woolies today. And then the specials are going to change Wednesday. And we're going to go back to Coles and Woolies and pick up the next lot of specials. That's the plan. Let's get into it. Right, so for you guys who have not seen a tour of our caravan before, we have 3 pantries so we have 2 here that run on top of each other, and we've got a little one down here. Now basically, as you can see, if I point in there, we're all pretty empty. I've had to basically jam everything into some of these, even empty containers, to stop them moving while we drive. But we're pretty much out, and the stuff that we do have basically doesn't have anything left in it. So that's the pantry situation. As you can see there, it's pretty sad. There isn't even anything down here. In our third little pantry here, just jamming things in as best we can to stop things moving. And this is our fridge, which is not much better. Now we have a 280 litre fridge, so we do have a massive freezer up here, which is half empty. We also have a fridge freezer set up in the car as well. We're going to be filling all of this up, but this is our poor bare little fridge with basically nothing in it. Okay, this is my Woolies shop, which is pretty small. The plan for today was just to go in and grab the things that were on special. The specials are going to change tomorrow, so I just wanted to make sure that we were grabbing anything that we needed that was on special and might not be on special next week, and we picked up some bargains. So we'll start over here in this corner. We are going to stock up on lots and lots of milk. Possibly this is going to end up a little bit more than what we need, but these Almond Breeze chocolate, and we've got vanilla at the back here. These are marked down. They are used by September, so I'm not too worried about that. So they've got a good date on them. These were $1.45 each. So we've grabbed these to use in our overnight oats, and if we do smoothies, these have already got flavoring in them. So that's the idea behind that. We've got 6 of each, and like I said, they were marked down. All right, and while we were there, we also picked up 12 regular old soy milk, and that's pretty much just because I like this soy milk, and now we've got this one on hand, and we have a dozen, so that'll definitely see us through the month for soy milk. And we've got some almond milk. We will still go and get oat milk. This is a lot of milk, but if you work out how much milk your family uses over the course of a month, it's probably going to look a little bit ridiculous as well when you all put it on the bench. Okay, produce was pretty much what we went in for. So this is a big head of lettuce. This was $2. That's a pretty good price, so we've grabbed one of those. Even though I do have one in the fridge, we will use these pretty quickly. Also, a reasonable sized fresh cauliflower, $2.90, so I picked up one of those. We have picked up some more apples. These ones are for Charlotte. They were $4.90 a kilo, but apples haven't been exactly the best price of late, but you got to eat your fruit. So she likes these ones, so we've got a couple here for her from Woolies, and we'll see what else we can find on special. Bananas were $3 a kilo, which is not a bad price. So this is around 2 kilos worth of bananas. We do have some that are yellow we're going to use over the next couple of days. These green ones, this will all be gone in the first week anyways, and then we're going to have to move on to some other fruit sources. All right, crazy carrots, 70 cents for a kilo. That is why I bought those. That's one of the best prices I've seen for carrots for a long time. And I also picked up, this is all the Odd Bunch stuff, which I quite like from Woolies. And we've got 4 kilos of potatoes here for $6.50. Not too bad. And zucchinis, I actually grabbed 2 packets of the Odd Bunch, and they were $2.70 this week. But sneaky little trick, you can go grab these things and weigh them. And I think it was Lee who reminded me in my last grocery haul video. I actually do this, and it's a neat little trick. If you guys don't do it, it's worthwhile having a look at. So these two were actually closer to 850 grams when I went and weighed them. So go and get the most bang for your buck. Sometimes these little pre-packaged ones are actually heavier than what they are marked at. So if you've got one there that's 750 and you've got one that's 850, grab the one that weighs a little bit more bang for your buck, because it is a set price. This is $2.70 a bunch, regardless of what it weighs. So that's a little hot tip there for you. All right, we grabbed strawberry jam. This was not on special. This was regular price $3, but that's just so we don't forget. The big packet of cinnamon was on special this week. It was only 50 cents off, but hey, every little bit counts. And I do need to replace my cinnamon. We are just about out. I use this for our overnight oats and in baking, so we go through a fair bit of it. So saving 50 cents is not a bad thing. And Vegemite squeezy. We're not quite out of it yet, but we will run out of it probably in the next 2 weeks. So this was on special this week at Woolies too. So I picked this up while it was a little bit cheaper, just to save a few cents down the track, because we're going to use it anyways. Now, I'm not sure how these ended up in the not marked down. Obviously they were on special. I'm going to blame Shannon for that one. Obviously he threw in some chips. I don't even know how much they cost. And we grabbed a marked down bread. This will be used over the next couple of days as well, because I probably won't have much freezer space after we go and get all the frozen stuff. What else from Coles? Woolies, sorry. Our little Marcel 7s were 80 cents, so 20% off this week. So I grabbed a chicken, vegetable and beef stock cubes just to pop back in the pantry, just to stock up on those things that were on sale this week at Woolies. Now, like I said, the specials are about to change, so we are going to go back to Woolies and Coles and grab whatever's on sale, on special, in the next round of specials, which start on Wednesday. So we will be going back to Woolies, and that's when I'll pick up anything else from Woolies that I haven't grabbed today that's just regular old price. And this is our Aldi haul. What I like to do is just pick up those things from Aldi that I know are a really good price or that we really like. So we have 4 packets of quick oats. These come in at $1.29 a pack from Aldi. So we've got a couple of those. Also in the breakfast cereal department, we have picked up what we call special breakfast. So Charlotte picked Cocoa Rice, Cocoa Pops. That was $4 for the box. Everything's gone up so much in price, it's crazy. And I grabbed this cereal here. I'll put the prices up on the screen for you guys. We will pick up some more cereal also when we go back to Coles and Woolies as well, but that's what we've grabbed from Aldi. Also, while I was at Aldi, they had a 5 kilo bag of white potatoes for $6.50, which is the same price that I just paid from Woolies, but a kilo more. So I did grab this as well. So yes, we have 9 kilos of potatoes, but potatoes keep, and we will eat a lot of potatoes. So that's actually really not that much for us. in the big scheme of things. Fruit and veg from Aldi. I did pick up 2 packets of their kale. All right, so standard price at Coles and Woolies at the moment is $5 a bunch. These ones were $3.50. So I have picked up 2. We like kale and we'll eat a fair bit of it. And kale keeps fairly well. So all of this fresh produce we will use early on, but you know, this kale I'm going to get 2 or 3 weeks out of anyways in the fridge, so I'm not too stressed about it. We also picked up a bag of red capsicum. So this was $5, again 750 grams. Aldi doesn't have scales, but you know, you just do the old this one feels heavier than that one trick, and I don't know, do the best that you can. Their mushroom cups were not a bad price this week as well. So these were their market buy specials, $5.50 for the 500 grams of mushrooms. And again, this will keep. Tomatoes, loose tomatoes, actually not a bad price at Aldi as well. They were $6 a kilo, and this is about 800 grams that we've grabbed here. Also grabbed another bunch of apples. Apples are one of those things, you pop them in the fridge and they will last for, you know, a week or 2, which is not too bad. Unlike your soft fruit like your bananas and pears, you need to eat pretty quickly. Apples will keep. We'll probably grab some oranges as well. They keep fairly well. So this is a pre-pack of apples. These ones were $4.50 for the kilo also. Apples just aren't a great price at the moment. Grapes, not a bad price. As you can see, somebody's already been into these. These ones were $3.80 a kilo, and this is just over a kilo of grapes. I'll wash those up, get those into a container, and they'll be eaten over the next couple of days anyways. Also grabbed some flour. So this is wholemeal flour. It is more expensive than your plain white flour. These are $2 a kilo. I've grabbed 1 plain flour and 2 wholemeal self-raising. So the self-raising is pretty much what I use when we're going to do pancakes and baking and those sorts of bits and pieces. So I've grabbed 2 of those and just 1 of the plain in case I need plain flour for anything. We are completely out of flour. We've used up like everything in the pantry. I've grabbed some green olives. That's $1.90 for that big container. Not bad. Keep those in the fridge. I will throw those through a salad or something like that, maybe some pasta, but I am the only one who eats olives, so I don't get them very often. Crackers. I've got 4 packets of crackers. These water crackers are 89 cents from Aldi, which is a bit cheaper than what you can get them from Woolies or Coles. So we've stocked up on those, and that'll keep us quiet for a fair while there. Also, grab some baby spinach. So I'll need to use this up before I use up the kale. The kale will last longer than what that one will, but that's okay. Use this one first. Use these ones later on. This big bag of spinach, it is the big massive bag, 280 grams, was $4.50 for that one, which is, I don't know, it's not too bad. It's not great, but it's not too bad. All right, frozen veg. A fair bit of frozen veg, and there will be more to come. We're going to stock up all of the freezers. Corn. This is 1 kilo and it's now up over $4. Frozen veg is starting to get very expensive, and I do need to get these into the freezer as quickly as possible. 2 bags of frozen stir-fry mixed vegetables. I do like these. These are great dump and go meals, particularly if we've been out and about and had a busy day. This makes a quick, easy meal, so you will be seeing a fair bit of this stuff. Also, it keeps well. I don't have to worry about this stuff going off because it's frozen and in the freezer. So those mixed bags, 850 gram bags, are $4.30 each. I've also grabbed 3 bags of frozen broccoli. These ones from Aldi, actually a little bit cheaper than Coles and Woolies, coming in at $2.99 or $3 a bag for a 500 gram bag, ever so slightly cheaper. So we've grabbed 3 of those, and again, makes a quick, easy meal. I've also grabbed a bag of frozen green beans. They're up to $2.80 now. So everything's going up in price. And bags of frozen spinach. And I just throw this through all sorts of things. Anything that I can chuck a little bit of this frozen spinach in will go. So many different meals. I can't even list them all. Anyways, cheapest is from Aldi. This is 89 cents a bag. You can get it from Coles and Woolies for about $1 a bag. So, you know, every time we're saving a few cents makes a big difference at the end. All right. White vinegar. We were almost completely out of that, so I did grab another 2 litres. That's $1.60 from Aldi, and we'll use this for a bunch of different stuff, cleaning and just all sorts of things, washing vegetables and fruit. Heaps of uses for white vinegar, so we always keep it on hand. I did grab a balsamic salad dressing just to have on some salads and throw on some veggies, something a little bit different. I really like the Singapore style noodles from Aldi, and they are dirt cheap there. They're like $1.79 or $1.80 a packet. So we've got 3 packets of those. I still have 1 in the pantry, so I have 4 in total. Picked up another 3 today. And something like that and this thrown together, super easy meal. Love it. All right, red lentils. That is a 500 gram bag of red lentils. That one there from Aldi is only $1.89, which is actually a pretty good price. All right, in front there, pestos. This is the pesto that I like. I don't really like the cheap ones from Coles and Woolies. I like the cheap one from Aldi's, personal preference. That's just me. I like the flavour and I like the price. So these ones, $1.79 for these guys here, which is, I don't know, I think that's pretty good. Okay, right, over the back. We've got lentils, they're 95 cents. We've got diced tomatoes, they're also 95 cents. And we've got black beans, 95 cents. So 4 black beans, 4 diced tomatoes, 2 lentils, and I will probably get some more from Woolies. They just have some different stuff that we also like the Mexican 3-bean mix. Anyways, we'll grab those from Woolies. These are the ones that I've grabbed from Aldi. Completely out of minced garlic. So that is $1.19 from Aldi. Completely out of lemon juice. That one is $1.09 from Aldi. I've picked up a squeezy Dijon mustard just to have something a little bit different. This is a mustard and mayonnaise. That one is $1.95. And we've got 2 packets of the big wraps. These are $3.29 for the big packets, $2.20 for the mini. They both have 8 in a pack. I am holding out and hoping that we catch some on sale in Coles or Woolies. If I can get the big packets of wraps on special, that would be really good. If not, we're probably going to have to go back and grab some more wraps, because we will do wraps more often than we do bread or sandwiches, just because these are so much easier to keep, take up a lot less room, and I can just stick them under the bed and they're going to keep. I don't have to worry about them going moldy or going off as quickly as a loaf of bread would. Also, obviously they don't take up as much room. So that is not enough wraps for us to get through, but I am hoping, fingers crossed, that we can pick up some on special. And this is our massive Coles and Woolies haul. It is all mixed in together, but I will put the prices up on the screen for you guys as I normally do as we go through. If I remember how much it was, I will let you know. Otherwise, read what's on the screen, because that will be correct. And what I think I paid for things, sometimes I get a bit muddled. Anyways, all right. We've grabbed some more Wheat Bix as well. $6 now for the big box. So that, the stuff that we picked up from Aldi, and I did grab another 1.5 kilo bag of oats, just because I just don't want to run out. So maybe a little bit more than what we need, but we do a lot of oats, and I use oats for cooking. If we do pancakes, I'll throw some oats in. So a lot of oats happen at our place. So I've grabbed the big bag of oats as well, and that should cover us for breakfasts. All right, fruit. I grabbed some more grapes because the ones that I bought Monday are already gone. So we've got some more grapes. They were $3.90 at Woolies. They're not too bad. They're okay. Not the best grapes, but they're not the worst either. Broccoli, fresh broccoli was a good price, so I've grabbed 2 of these. The problem that we have is obviously fridge space and keeping stuff fresh, so I've got a lot of frozen as well because I can keep that for longer. But so 2 heads of broccoli, that was $3.90 a kilo, not too bad these days. I've also grabbed 2 of our quirky cucumbers. They are the odd bunch ones, so they're a bit of a weird sort of shape. $2.70 for these, but these are really very, very, very long, so we'll get a couple of meals out of those as well. Sweet potatoes, oh, these were all from Woolies, I should say too. Sweet potatoes were on special at Coles for $2 a kilo, so I did grab 4 fairly large size sweet potatoes, so we should be pretty good for potatoes for a little while. And the other fresh stuff, I grabbed a couple more apples. We do go through a lot of fruit, so 3 of us there. I mean, it's only 2 days, so it really doesn't go that far. I'll stay on the fresh stuff, not get too confused. Cherry tomatoes, $2 at Coles, and again, they won't last too long. We'll go through that pretty quickly. All right, right at the back, I've only got 4 of the oat milk. Nothing in the oat milk range was on sale this week. Oh, except for the Pure Harvest. Okay, this was $2.50. Woo, it was only down 50 cents. And I haven't actually had this one before, so I've grabbed 2 of those. I've grabbed 2 more of the Vitasoy Oat Milky. So we will reserve our oat milk for coffees in the morning, and then we've got all the other milk that I bought the other day, all the soy and the almond milk will be used for breakfasts, and if I'm cooking mashed potatoes, all of that sort of stuff, I'll use those other milks, and we'll just keep these ones for coffees because this is what we like in the coffee. It's just personal preference, but yeah, that's how we roll at our place. All right, sauces and whatnot, heaps and heaps of sauces. We were out of a fair bit of stuff, and also I've topped up on the stuff that I really like. So the Praise Ranch dressing was on sale, $2.50 at Woolies. So I've grabbed an extra one of those to put in the pantry for when the one that we've got runs out. Completely out of lime juice, so I grabbed another one of those. They're only like $1. And completely out of pickles. No, I like pickles. I like it in some sandwiches. I like it on a burger. Pickles are good. So we've got another one of those because we used up the last of the other one a while back and we haven't had it for a while. Applesauce. I've actually grabbed 2 of these, and I use this to sweeten stuff, so I'll chuck it in like overnight oats, but I also use it for baking as an egg replacement. So I have 2 jars of those. It's also pretty cheap. This one's from Woolies. You can get a bigger one that I've seen at the IGAs occasionally, so if we happen to see an IGA with a bigger one, I'll grab one of those as well because that's good value for money. Kewpie mayonnaise, that's the sriracha one. That is Shan's. I don't really like it. He does, I don't know, that's his thing, so that makes him happy. Whatever makes him happy, that works. Maple syrup, completely out of maple syrup, and again, that's just another thing that we use as a sweetener. So I'll keep that on hand. Pickle nays, because that's good in burgers, and 2 lots of the Avo mayo. Can only grab that from Coles, so I've grabbed 2. So again, that'll be 1 for the fridge and 1 to go into the pantry storage for later on down the track. Coles do a brown basmati rice, which we really, really like, so I've picked up 2 more from there. I have 1 still in the pantry and I have 1 that's opened, so that should do us for rice, hopefully. If not, I mean, you can always grab white rice everywhere, doesn't really matter, but can only grab that brown basmati rice in the Coles brand from Coles. So this one for a 1 kilo is like $3.75. You can get like a name brand one for like $7, but I ain't paying that when I can get 2 for the price of 1. We've also grabbed some wholemeal pasta, penne and spirals, and 1 spaghetti. Trying to cut back on the amount of pasta we're having, but also trying to move over to wholemeal. So we see how this goes. This is new to us, and we'll just see if we like it, see if it works. If it doesn't work, well, next month is a new month, and we'll go from there. We'll also grab these. These were marked down. We'll probably maybe do these for dinner tonight. I'm not really sure. Or a snack. Maybe a snack tomorrow would be pretty good. So they're probably just going to go in the fridge and get eaten almost immediately. I've also grabbed 2 packets of gnocchi. This is just something that we like, and I will have this with the sun-dried tomato pesto that I bought from Aldi. Just really like it. It's just a really good combination. So I've got 2 of those. Brown sugar. This is the only sugar that I buy, and I only buy it to put in oats when I have cinnamon and brown sugar oats. So this will last us like, I don't know, the last packet lasted us nearly a year. So, I don't know, that one will last for ages. Some tofu, just to have in the fridge. I have 2 packets in there. So this will be a 3rd packet. One is silken, one is firm tofu. I'll probably chop this one up, marinate it, put it in the freezer, have it ready to go. Great to go in stir fries. While I was at Coles, pretty much everything is coming from Woolies unless I say so. Coles actually had these on special, which we haven't had before. So these guys here I paid $3.50 for. These guys were on special for $2.50, so I actually grabbed 2 of those. So we will try those and see how they go. They are a sweet potato gnocchi, but they're white. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. See how they go. They are a new to us thing as well, and we'll just see if we like them. All right. Coffee on special at Coles, $19.50. We have really only just opened the last one, but I do like to buy one and put it away in storage when they are on special. So didn't need this, did bump the shopping up like $20, but it's, yeah, I buy it when it's on special and then put it away. Then we've got it. Drinking chocolate, that's for Charlotte. $6 from Woolies, and yeah, that'll last her ages as well. I feel like I've missed some stuff in here, including the buttery Nuttalex. This is $8. It's the same price at Coles and Woolies. It has come down in price, so some things have come down. I'm sure that they do that to make us feel better about life, but down from $9, but still probably really expensive for what it is. Mayonnaise. What else today? I'm pretty sure I've covered everything there. Let's hope so. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. Big shop. All right. Textured vegetable protein. We use this instead of like mince. It's a soy-based thing. We really like it. That's $5 for the big bag from Coles. So we try to get it from Coles. Woolies do a smaller bag, works out a little bit more expensive. And again, lasts in the pantry for donkeys. So not worried about stocking up on that as well. This is because it's almost Easter and we've got a little surprise for Charlotte. So we'll go hide those somewhere as well. This is the rest of our frozen goodies. I have 2 bags of cauliflower, 2 more bags of corn, 1 bag of Brussels sprouts, and 4 bags of broccoli and cauliflower. I was really hoping to get a winter veggie mix that's got like broccoli, beans, carrot, you know, that sort of jazz in it. Woolies and Coles were out of stock, so that's what we've ended up with, and we'll see how that goes for the next little bit. But we do have some carrots in the fridge and some zucchini and some kale, so we've got a fair bit of green veggies, but we'll see how that goes. Anyways, snacks. Haven't had this before. Been waiting for it to go on sale so I can try it. Wasn't a great sale. It was still $5, but we'll give that one a go. Oat milk chocolate from Whittaker. Lots of bars. So I've got 2 packets each of the OT slice, raspberry and white chocolate and salted caramel chocolate, and 2 packets of the Uncle Toby's muesli bars. These are $7 each, so we've got the chocky ones and we've got the yogurt ones, and then these are $3.50 each. So this was a lot of money on muesli bars. But what we do is we chuck these in the car when we're out and about, and if we get hungry and we've eaten all the food that we've taken with us, we always have emergency muesli bars. So this will stop us from going into a bakery and spending a lot more money than what a muesli bar will, and it'll tide us over until we get back, and it works quite well. All right, all the tinned stuff that we have now. So 4 of the Mexican style 3-bean mix from Woolies, quite like that. It's like $1. A couple more tins of tomatoes. It's another 4 tins of tomato. I just didn't feel like I had enough from Aldi basically, and I didn't want to take everything that they had. So some of this stuff I have split over a couple of different shops just so I didn't take everything that was on the shelf. Corn, 2 lots of corn kernels just to have them on the shelf in the pantry for when the frozen stuff runs out, because we do like a lot of corn. And hiding behind that is some creamed corn, so I will use that to thicken things like soups and stews, and still add a bit of corny goodness in there as well. Tinned fruit, because it's going to be hard for us to keep a lot of fresh fruit on board. So we've got 2 fruit salad, 2 peach slices, and 2 pear slices. Tried to get them all in juice so that they're not in syrup, so I don't feel quite so bad about eating the tin stuff. But again, this will keep and in the pantry, no dramas. If we don't use it all, we'll have it for later on, so I'm not worried about it going bad. And like I said, we can't keep a lot of fresh stuff. We are going to end up running out, because it's going to be a while until we see a supermarket again. Oh my goodness, words not working today. Coles still have the tins of black beans for 80 cents at Port Augusta, which is where we are today. And I was very excited because black beans are $1 at Woolies, 80 cents here. It's 20 cents. I buy 5 of them, I get 1 for free. That's how I think. So I have got more black beans. I probably didn't need to get 6, but like I said, it was like a buy 1 get 1 free special in my mind. So I've got extra black beans, and we like them. We're gonna eat them. We'll eat like 2 cans a week, easy, so no dramas. I've also grabbed 10 packets of wraps. I grabbed 5 from Woolies, and down here on the floor are my 5 from Coles. So again, I've split it between the 2 shops because I didn't want to take everything that was on the shelf, and we will eat a bucket load of these. I mean, we'll go through a packet one day for lunch, maybe not quite a packet, and that'll do us like for lunch one day. So that's really only 10 days of wraps for us. All right, other fun things, which I maybe didn't need to get, and I'm going to have to work out where we're going to put them, but I wasn't really thinking. 2 loaves of dark rye marked down, 1 from Coles, 1 from Woolies. We really like these, and there's going to be a lot of wraps, so it's nice to have some bread. I've just got to fit it in the freezer along with all of my frozen stuff. So now I think it's at the point where I need to start getting all this stuff stashed away somewhere, because now I'm looking at it and thinking, my goodness, that's a lot of food for a small space. That is what a month's worth of groceries looks like, well, at our place anyways. The total over the last 3 days comes in at $536.37. That's a fair bit in one hit, but like I've said a couple of times, this is going to cover us for the next couple of weeks. We're aiming to not really see a supermarket again for 4 weeks. So we have managed to poke everything away. If you are wondering where it all went, we did get all of the frozen stuff in between the fridge in the van and the fridge in the car. We do have a fridge freezer in the car as well. That is completely chocked. The fridge in here is chocked. The pantry is full. We squirreled all that milk away under the bed in a couple of little hidey holes, but everything's packed away and we are ready for our outback adventure. Well, thank you for spending a little bit of time here with me today. I hope you guys found today's video interesting. It was certainly an interesting experience for us. I can honestly say I haven't gone out and bought that much food in a very, very long time. Sometimes when you're doing a big stockpile grocery haul like that, a month's worth of food, it is really, really overwhelming. It certainly was for me. And what I did to prepare for that was I just kept note of all of the things that we were using and the meals that we had in the previous 4 weeks. So I could really gauge how much we would actually use in a 4-week period. And hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully it's worked. I will let you guys know when we get to the other end and we do our big restock shop in Alice Springs. But that's it from us. We're going to head off on our outback adventure. Hopefully I'll be checking in with you guys with some of the meals that we're having while we're out and about and show you guys what we are cooking up in the caravan while we are traveling through outback South Australia and into the Northern Territory. Well, until next week, I hope you guys are having a fantastic week, and I do hope to catch up with you in my next video. Until then, take care, my friends. Bye.